team sport has that one classic matchup. In La Liga Femenina, the Spanish Women's Basketball League, it's the fierce encounters between Valencia's Ros Casares and Salamanca's Perfumerías Avenida.
We've been battling it out for years, competing for the big titles, the championships, the cup finals, the EuroLeague. It's a bit like the football rivalry between Barcelona and Real Madrid.
Transworld Sport made the trip to Spain recently to experience firsthand the electrifying atmosphere at the end-of-season championship playoff matches between these two teams. Laia Palau is captain of Ros Casares.
I think that right now women's basketball is played at a very high level in Spain. In the last few years, a lot of good work has been done at both the national and club level. Also, I have to say at the moment, with regards to team sports, women's basketball here is far better than handball. It's also much better than football. I think that the structure we have in place for professional women's basketball players is very good. It really allows us to fully concentrate on our sport.
With 21 domestic league and cup titles, Ros Casares is Spain's most successful women's team. They're also currently the best side in Europe, having won the coveted EuroLeague crown for the first time in their history in April. In recent years, the club from Valencia has been able to attract some of the world's leading players. This year, during the WNBA off-season, they've signed Australian legend Lauren Jackson and America's Maya Moore. 22-year-old Moore was the 2011 WNBA Rookie of the Year. In her debut season, she helped her team, the Minnesota Lynx, win the championship. Seattle Storm's Lauren Jackson, a 7-time All-Star, is one of the most recognizable faces in the WNBA.
For the fans to know that this team can bring in big names and keep them, I think that's pretty awesome. I think that going through a season over here, you know, being so far away from home, it makes you grow up, it makes you change. It definitely changes your perspective on the sport itself. And I think that I'll just take back better skills, hopefully, life skills, basketball skills, things like that.
First thing I noticed when I arrived here in Spain on this team is, you know, how talented the team is. I have great teammates. There's so many weapons that we can go to in a game. So I just got really excited to really be here and to practice and to play in the games with such talented players. And you know, it's a great city, great weather, and we've just been enjoying each other and looking forward to winning another title.
The playoff for this year's Spanish Championship is a best-of-3 series. In the opening game in Valencia, Ros Casares won by just 2 points. Now, looking to be crowned champions for the 5th time in 6 years, they travel to Salamanca for Game 2. The Perfumerías Avenida fans of Salamanca are renowned for their intimidating ways. But Aussie Lauren Jackson has seen it all before.
Oh, I block that out. It's amazing because I'm probably the shyest person off the court, you know, and then once I get on the court, I can't even hear. I'm ridiculous, but that's just, I think you get used to it. I get booed everywhere I go, so it's not a problem.
Over 3,500 fans are in attendance at the Würzburg Arena for the clash. The first game ended 74-72 to Ros Casares, and everyone's expecting another close encounter. The early stages see Avenida in blue and Ros trade baskets. The game's high quality is helped by the fact that there are a big number of WNBA players on show for both teams. Roberto Iñiguez is head coach of Ros Casares.
Basketball in the women's NBA is played at a very high speed, and the players who come over here bring that quality to our teams. That's good because we can learn from that. But the overseas players can also learn from us, especially the young players, someone like Maya Moore. They can learn how to read the game, learn how to play a different kind of basketball. In the US, it's very much a one-against-one type of game. Over here, it's perhaps a more tactical affair.
Más táctico.
In the first quarter of Game 2, Ros find themselves leading, but urged on by their home crowd, Avenida soon cut the deficit to just 4 points. However, as the match progresses, Lauren Jackson and Maya Moore combine time and again, and the team from Valencia begins to pull away, much to the delight of their travelling fans. But Ros Casares aren't just about their foreign stars. They have some outstanding homegrown talent too. Point guard Silvia Dominguez and captain Laia Palau are both Spanish internationals, and any club in the world would be happy to have them. In April, 25-year-old Silvia received an invite to join the Seattle Storm, something that came as no surprise to coach Iñiguez.
Silvia has got something very special. Every year there are young players with a lot of talent, but who start fading after a while. And what I always say to these players is that they need to try to improve every year. I always stress the importance of the need to develop, and that's exactly what Silvia has done. She keeps growing and learning. If she's lucky and stays injury-free, by the time she's 28, 29 or 30, she's going to dominate this game.
Silvia Dominguez, who played 5 seasons for arch-rivals Perfumerias Avenida before joining Ros last year, is excited about the prospect of joining Lauren Jackson and Maya Moore in the WNBA.
The Seattle Storm coach came to Valencia a couple of times to watch us play. And in February, he asked me how I felt about playing in the WNBA. For me, it would be a dream come true, especially because of my height. You don't see too many short players playing in the WNBA. To play in America has been a goal of mine ever since I was a kid. So when they offered me the chance to go, I quickly said yes. Even if I only get to play for 2, 5 or 10 minutes, for me it's a lifetime aspiration.
Silvia, who hails from Barcelona, started playing basketball at the age of 3 after seeing her older brother, Jordi, shoot hoops in the basement of the family home. He taught her the basics of the game, and she went on to excel at the sport during her school days. Today, despite being 5 foot 4 inches tall, Silvia has established herself as one of Spain's finest players.
Every summer when I was a girl, my hope was that I would grow a little bit more from the previous summer. To be honest, there were a lot of people who told me I would never make it as a professional basketball player because I'm so short. But for me, this has always been a challenge, to overcome my shortcomings and become a better player, although my height isn't exactly ideal. But then I'm a positive person, and I'd rather look for the benefits my height can give me. If I'm shorter, it's also possible for me to be faster than my opponents and to have better ball handling skills. So I always look at the bright side, because life already throws you enough surprises as it is. If you didn't make the most of what you actually have, it would be difficult to develop as a player.
Back to the final stages of the game, and Ros Casares are in full control, having established a 15-point lead. This 3-pointer from Silvia caps a brilliant display by the youngster, and her team go on to win the match 86-68. Victory gives Ros Casares of Valencia their 8th National League title and underlines their status as one of the best teams in women's basketball.